Okay. Third time's a charm, right? Yeah. Cool. This is my epithel setup. Take a long, long look. There you go. 12.4 mil, obviously. Um, Align time, warp time, almost as fast as a frigate. So you're gonna outrun those battle cruisers if you can get away from them with the EHP and everything. Um, you're gonna outrun them. You're gonna outmaneuver them. About the only thing that can catch you are frigates and destroyers with their warp speed and their align time. But that's again, they've got to guess where you're headed unless they own the iHub. So if they don't own the iHub, then they're going to have a hard time figuring out which planet you went to or what celestial you went to unless there are combat scanner probes out in the system. And if they're just trying to gank you, 9 times out of 10, this is going to allow you to get away because everybody else is going to be fit with webs and whatnot. With an afterburner on, if you single cycle the afterburner, that's an 8-second align time, but also that allows you to get in up to speed to be able to warp off quicker. So either way, 8 seconds. If you can survive whatever they throw at you in 8 seconds with transversal, um, shield recovery time, and obviously the resistances here, you might get away with 50 HP left in your structure. Um, However, your signature radius is low enough. It's pretty big, but transversal will cut that by a quarter, maybe 2/3, depending on if you're lucky enough and you're not actually facing right into their guns. It helps. This warp speed, if you get away, they're going to be pissed off and they're going to try to figure out where you went. By the time they figure out where you went, you'll have already landed, and if you're smart, while you're in warp to whatever your destination is, you'll right click, access customs office, and while you're in warp, you'll drag it over, launch it. If you've got 2 launch pads like I do, you'll by the time you have landed, you'll have gotten both things, all your shit sitting in the customs office, land, drag all of it over, and be warping off before they land and catch you again. At that time, you can warp into an NPC station. If you're a war target, you know, they are not going to have any consequences. If they're gankers, they'll be dead by then anyways by Concord and won't be able to undock to shoot you again, so you could dock up, repair, and then go about your business, which putting inertia stabilizers on the rest of the low slots will allow you to then have, and we're going to just double check this for you, a 5.95 line time with 4.7 seconds, or 4.7 AUs a second. That's damn near a frigate, and if a frigate happened to have an afterburner or a micro warp drive on because they're trying to catch you, their align speed is going to either be 5.95 seconds or it's going to be 8 seconds as well. So technically this is probably the best ideal setup you can have, especially with the skills that I have. No neural implants for speed or anything like that. Navigation, obviously I've got pretty low navigation skills, well, for the most part. Planetary Industrial, this is why I have 67.5 km3. Now this ship has a special cargo hold for it, which 5% bonus to ship maximum velocity and 10% bonus to ship planetary commodity hold, which base value is 45,000. So even at 3, you're looking at 57.5 km3 with a level 3 Galente Industrial, which may take you a couple of days at most to train into. Um, so this is by far one of the most optimized setups and optimized ships to be using uh, for this kind of work. Right now I do have the three low slots being the warp core optimizers, or warp core stabilizers, I apologize, with these three things in the cargo hold, which is actually small. Ha, little rifter there. Okay, well, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. This is how you set up your epithel.